Hold on, wait. Before you... Okay, we are good. Welcome back to the Deck of Many Tales, Theros Edition. Who among you shall fall? Woo, woo, woo. Last time on Who Among You Shall Fall, Theros Edition, by the Deck of Many Tales.
Kim, you're repeating yourself now.
I know. I was trying to remember what happened. Our group
You're doing
didn't
great, sweetie.
murder anyone last session. What?
That you know of.
That's also fair.
Oh, we murdered some of that jerky.
I mean, that was 2 sessions ago, thank God.
No, we ate more of the jerky.
Oh yeah, on your way. This is true.
Yes.
Jerky was 8.
And the rogue disappeared, so we don't know if he's alive or not.
This is true. Oh no,
He's
we
probably
saw the
fine.
rogue. Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, you guys don't know where the rogue is. He disappeared. You guys got to the campsite,
right
the
now.
rogue was
He
missing.
could be, like, he could be doing the trick where he's right behind us and he's just matching our movements, so we just can't see him.
Definitely Cynthia.
That could be his hiding
Yeah.
spot.
That sounds like the sort of thing he might do. I have no idea.
But you guys made it to the camp. You didn't make enemies with the camp.
Yes.
Despite the very stressful entrance that you all kind of had. But it was fine. You were welcome into the campsite. You were told that this is the kind of entry point to the area of Akros. But for safety concerns, you should rest here because it is not safe and they do not allow people to cross in the night. For obvious reasons. It's a volcano you're climbing. Better safe than sorry. But you also found out that's not the only reason they're not letting people go up right away. It seems people have been going missing. And as much as not all of you, most 2 of you, don't want to get involved.
Was it specifically children? I thought they said it was specifically children.
Yes, it was specifically children. A total of 10 children have gone missing in the last 5 years, but 6 have gone missing in the last, 3 months. And as of the most recent kidnappings, 3 children have gone missing, and the 3 children were 2 orphans and 1 princess, which you also found out, with her being missing, can lead to some political unrest. Some of you care, some of you don't. A good majority of you are trying to persuade the other half of the team to be a part of the search team, while the other half of the team is like, fuck that, that's not our job. We have Zen, who has no opinion because he was up in the air. He was just, I'm not going to associate with them because they might burn the town down. Being the same.
No, I was up there waiting for someone to tell me to go back down that we're moving in finally.
Aww. Guys, communication. Zen was up there for so long.
Yeah, well, only one of us can really get up that high at the moment, I think. Maybe, no, two. Two. No one.
Yeah, I mean, I was up there, but then I went down, and I didn't know that he wasn't gonna follow, or that he was waiting for me.
Well, a lot of interesting things happened. A lot of lore-based things, as well as interesting plot points came up from last session. For example, that Aisling is a wanted criminal in Akros. Nobody knows that except for her and the two majors in charge. One of them fucking hates her, and the other one's trying to tell her don't go to Akros. Aisling, being the stubborn child that she is, and follows her heart, says, fuck that shit, I'm still gonna go. But she did find out that the person she lived with or lived under in Akros has recently passed away, which was news to her. Which sucks, I'm assuming.
Yep. Yep.
Cypress, being the I forget everything fellow that he is, had a little inkling that he might know the blondie at the campsite. And being a kind of creepy with his very low charisma, was like, do I know you? And came off as what's it
Worst
called?
pickup line ever.
Yep. Worst pickup line essentially.
I mean, it was a legitimate question.
Yeah.
That's
but you
that's
were
what made it the worst pickup line. You were looking for information. She thought you were just really bad at it.
Luckily, she didn't take it too offensively, and before you knew it, she roped you in as part of the mercenary group that the campsite is waiting for, that is supposed to help find the children. Cypress, being the sweetheart that he is, and also kind of dumbfounded in certain aspects, didn't have a rebuttal and was accidentally roped in for this mission. Whether you can convince the others is a whole other thing.
We'll see.
But he also found he'll be fine. But the blondie, he found out, works for the elven woman who clearly has a very disliking to Leonin folk, and because Cypress has a very strong liking to Leonin folk, those two don't get along. Why? Who knows? But people believe that the Leonin are the ones who started the kidnappings. But that doesn't make sense because Leonin don't like people and they don't like leaving their area. At least that's what Cypress remembers, the very few things that he does. Good job, Cypress. You also met a very cute little kobold named Ogre. Definitely, apparently to you guys, kidnapping material. He's been at this campsite for who knows how long, but he kind of seems like everyone's little lackey, but he doesn't seem to be a bother or upset about it. Dex, finding comfort in a short creature, tried to help him, and in doing so, didn't kill, but wanted to kill one of the Aarakocra guards by pushing him off one of the what are those things called? Towers. For an Aarakocra, you'd think he'd fly. Didn't happen. Crashed, hurt himself. But Ochre is scared of heights, so Dex and him are stuck upstairs. During their time up there, Dex taught him some valuable lessons on how to deal with people he doesn't like, as well as realizing that Ochre has a very unique skill in art, and Ochre just happened to draw two characters that your camp or your party had bumped into in what may or may not have been a dream sequence. Dex, freaking out, justifiably, tried to grab Zen's attention, and for a good moment it didn't really work. Zen noticed, but he was like, I don't know what you want. But he's like, after a moment he realized, oh, he want me. And then he scared half the camp, trying to get to Dex by shooting fire up in the sky, kind of making it seem like he came from the fire. Like Dex was on the side of the camp. Zen was up high. He could have flown directly to Dex. Nah, he went straight down the middle and then zoomed. So everyone in the campsite, except for the party, are visibly like, what the fuck just happened? The gods are against us. We're all gonna die. But the party is fine. They don't seem to be paying any sense of mind. Dex explains to Zen, yo, look at these pictures. Like, what are we gonna do? Should we tell the team? Zen is like, yeah, we should, because, yeah, we know these people. We should tell the people involved, which is Scary Fire Lady and Quiet Water Lady, or submissive. The girl with the water ball.
I said very different things.
Okay,
Specifically,
please.
that we need to do it carefully, because I'm very much afraid that if we make it sound like we're withholding information, or
Yes,
she
this is
demands
right.
more and we have nothing to give, she might burn the place down.
This is true. You both have the agreement that you have to give this information very... What's
Carefully.
the word? Yes, we'll say carefully, because if the information is not relayed in the best manner possible, this can turn into a mass genocide, which is going to be unfortunate.
TPK is
Mm.
an honest possibility.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If people start fighting, and I'm not saying that these are like secret level 20s you're, surrounding us with, but they look like secret level 20s. Have you seen the spots for some of the guards? Tell me that's not full plate armor.
Mm-hmm. Like, I did say that the campsite itself has very few guards at the campsite, because a good majority of them are heading up to Akros for who knows what reason. But the ones that are here for a reason. So yeah, maybe not make enemies with the camp. Tanis. But it is now up to Dex and Zen to try to relay this information to Tanis and Aislinn. How they'll react is a whole other story. We'll figure that out. Tanis, being the go-getter that she is, didn't she didn't bother getting food, she didn't bother trying to mingle, she went straight for answers, and her answers were answered that they are going in the right way, and that it would still take at least 3 or 4 months to get to Akros. And she's like, well, what the fuck? But she didn't say that out loud, she just walked away. In the cool Tanis vibe. Bitch Fire and Bitch Elf passed each other, both vibing, both realize they're both bitches. No interaction has happened yet. But yeah, that's currently what's going on. Also, Ochre had asked to join the party because he was hoping that the party would help him find his friends. And that's what made Dex be like, you're fucking cute, but nah, our job first. And Ochre's like, okay. But then he drew the pictures, and now everything's gone to the rails. Also, Cynthia's missing. No one knows where Cynthia is. That doesn't seem new, but
we're not worried about it yet.
Yeah. So far, as far as you know, no streaming has happened, which usually dictates Cynthia being somewhere. And so far, no hostilities. It is currently nightfall. The sun has just set. The fires are ablaze. The night is quiet. People are kind of gathering in the fires. They're having meals. They're talking. As I said last time, there are a few refugees from what you could assume is Akros, or those who are aware of it. They did have slave bands on them, or markings that claimed that they used to be slaves. And others are just travelers like yourselves. But people are kind of mixing and mingling on their own. I know that Dex is currently not available, so I'm gonna have to pause on Dex and Zen for a moment. We will pick up on Tanis. What are you up to?
Searching for Cynthia.
Where are you searching?
I am probably trying to find the source of food and searching around that area.
Okay, so you're going to be around the where everyone was kind of gathering to pick up their food. Okay, that's fine. You get there, and no one's manning the food stations because the general idea was there was a certain time for food. Whatever, everyone should have gotten their fill, and then now it's a free for all. So no one's there. You want to roll a perception check or an investigation?
That's a 1.
You don't remember what Cynthia. No.
Oh no.
You don't see anything that would kind of trigger. Oh my God, Cynthia's here. You actually a little distracted by the food because as much as Minotaur meat is delicious.
You said it, not us.
I mean, you guys ate it like it was anyway. As much as the meat was filling, the food, like a hot cooked meal, is very tantalizing and kind of the smells and the colors. It kind of reminds you of home a little bit. A lot of things have been reminding you of home recently, so you're not really fully there.
Oh, I don't
What do you?
like that. I think seeing the food and the effect that it has on her, she's probably going to make herself a small plate while she's here, telling herself that Cynthia is probably okay for a snake. She's fine, she can handle herself. She is a big girl. I'm still gonna look for her after I get my plate, though.
Fair enough. So you grab your food. No one's bothering you. No one's giving you no funny looks. Are you gonna sit anywhere in specific? You're gonna stand and eat? What's the plan?
I am walking and eating while I keep an eye out for Cynthia.
Okay. Do you want to walk towards the campsite where Aisling and Cypress are sitting? Do you want to
I will
go-
probably walk around the border area of the campsite.
The walled border or the water?
The water.
Okay. Your passive perception is
12.
okay. So you're not blind, which is great because lo and behold, you find Cynthia.
Woo.
Oh, that's not how you find Cynthia. This is how you find Cynthia. Wait, Cynthia, show up. Don't disappear on me, baby. Come on.
Oh no!
There you
Wait,
go.
do I really find her? Oh, look at
There she
her!
is. Ah, there's your Cynthia. She is playing in the water.
The new
Oh.
Cynthia.
You know what? That's fair. I did
Aw.
find her in a harbor city. So yeah.
Ah, half of her body's in the water, kind of waiting. The other half is kind of like stuck out. So her tail's out on the shore. Her head's in the water. She's like making bubbles.
Baby.
So she hasn't
Oh.
noticed. You can see that there is an empty little fire pit that was maybe at one point somebody was sitting there. Who knows? Maybe Cynthia had scared them off. Maybe Cynthia ate them. But it's empty now, so you have a place to sit.
Perfect. I am going to sit next to Cynthia.
So you're sitting by her tail, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna reach over and scratch her tail.
As soon as you touch her tail, her head pops up and she looks at you like ready to like attack, but immediately realizes it's you and then kind of has half her face in the water. Oh shit, mom's gonna be mad at me. Oops.
Always be aware of your surroundings.
She just nods her head in the water and her tail follows into the water as she comes out and curls around your feet.
Baby.
She looks up. She kind of looks up at you and then looks at the food and then looks at you again. And she knows she just ate. But animals don't give a fuck. Food is food. And she's doing the big puppy eyes.
I am assuming by that look you are still hungry.
She kind of like turns her head slightly like, no. But she peeks at you like, maybe.
Then I guess you don't want any of this food then.
Her head immediately pops up higher and she just like tries to like nudge at you like, no, please. I'm hungry, mommy.
At least with me you can be honest. And she's going to start feeding Cynthia from her plate.
Very nice. While you're feeding her, Cynthia's going to kind of, between chomps or really swallows, and between swallows she asks you, so are we going now? Or are we staying here? And meows, apparently.
Jen.
The talented snake.
We still have a bit before we reach our destination, but I think the consensus is we are staying for the night.
She doesn't look upset. She actually kind of seems, with her body language, seems actually happy. Despite going on this long walk and you guys being so close to water, this is the first time she's had a moment to like really be in the water. And you can tell she's really enjoying herself. It's like, I like it here. It's like home.
Well, enjoy it while you can.
She just nods her head and continues to eat.
Once you're done eating, you can spend your time in the water. I'll be here to supervise, so...
Can you roll me another perception check on Cynthia?
No, she's looking right at me. What?
This is like a special perception check.
Mm-hmm. It's just investigation.
15.
Huh? Oh, it's loading. 15?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's good. You can't tell if it's the fact it's so dark and the fire is playing tricks on your eyes. Cynthia seems a little extra sparkly tonight.
Oh no.
And she goes back in the water.
Oh boy.
We'll come back to
No,
you guys.
it's probably just the flames glistening
This-
off of her wet scales. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
probably
You're
just
also
seeing
super
things.
tired, you know? It's
Exactly.
fine.
Yeah. No, yeah. I can smoke in my eye, sure, all that.
Yeah.
For a
You
second
have-
there, I thought you were about to say you'd been smoking something.
I mean,
That means you could
I'm
be.
about to.
You two. Cypress and Aisling. You two are at Aisling. You just kind of got a talking to. You just found out your ward has passed away. That you are definitely a
Mhm.
wanted criminal back home. And Teth
Yep.
is not far from where you are. He's sitting on the other bench, and he's glaring daggers at you while he's eating his food. But you're next to
Oh, okay.
Cypress and the blue-haired satyr.
Are you doing all right?
Okay.
Is it safe to say that she
She
seems a little off?
Depends on her.
she is sort of she's staring into the fire, looking really pale and sick. Just not looking well.
Yeah, then. Question stands. Are you doing all right?
Mhm. No.
What's wrong?
I am not all right. I learned something about people from my past.
I take it it's upsetting then. Upsetting
Very.
news.
As it could mean my life.
What do you mean? What happened?
Cyprus, can I trust you to keep this between us?
Certainly. I believe you can trust me with something like this. Yes.
Then you may want to know that I am a wanted criminal in the eyes of the Acroian law.
Ah. Let me roll something.
He
Let's
immediately
see whether he's
cuffs
going to
you.
say something. Say something. Oh, that's a low number. I think the way he says it is, "Oh, is that all?" But I think he
that's
also
it.
quickly kind of turns like, why are you a criminal? Why do they consider you a criminal?
Well, it started when I was a girl. In my village, I lived in the Fall Nexus. There was a tradition between our people that druid maidens would serve a Crowan. Is that it? A Crowan? A Crowan?
You're doing great, honey. If you need help, just got you.
Okay.
Got you.
Okay. A
Yeah, we'll
Crowan
add it in
lords.
post.
They would serve them. They would serve them for the lifetime of their lord. And when their lord passed away, it's a tradition for them to be sacrificed, the maidens, and killed with them.
I think with that, like, sort of like thing revealed, like, it's the sort of thing that he probably should have known, but like,
Not
probably-
necessarily.
like it's
But-
like he kind of like winces at that a little bit, like that's barbaric, but you know.
Cypress, can you roll me a history check?
Actually, that is fair. Ooh. Natural 20 minus
Oh,
1, so
nice.
19.
Oh!
So here's something funny. You remember one of the last fights you guys are all involved in was at the Data Gates, and while you guys had finished the fight, you found a scrap piece of paper on the ground that you really didn't know what it was about, but for whatever reason, that scrap piece of paper comes to mind now because it sounds something similar to what he might be saying. Something's ringing a bell.
Do I remember what was on this scrap piece of paper, or do I have it with me?
You still have it with you, as far as unless you chose to lose it and halfway through the campaign and I didn't know. It's up to you.
Then I'd pull it out at this point and kind of, while she's talking, kind of like pull it out without looking, and then like once I have it out, look down at it, see what's on it.
Aisling, if you also want to roll a history check, unless you think your character would know this off by heart.
Well, I'll go ahead and roll it, because why not?
Mm.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing that's like, I remember that now, but I did not remember that because it's been a long
while.
time since
That's
then.
why I asked. I was like, you got it. You won't remember.
That is fair. That is fair.
Good job.
Okay,
Episode
D&D
D.
Beyond, why'd you leave me? Okay. That is... Okay, sorry.
No,
D&D
it's
Beyond
fine.
killed my character sheet for a second.
No.
It's loading.
Oh no.
Yeah, man.
Sun's
Yeah,
gonna
go to
do
the
it.
tab and it's like error. Death. Okay.
Character, am I? Okay.
Alright, 18.
18. You will immediately remember that little piece of paper because you found it. You were the original founder of paper from the house that you had found Dex being held up in. It was in the basement where you and Zen kind of snooped about, and you remember this piece of paper has a very the images that are depicted on the scrap piece of paper are like the images you saw on the wall in Akros when your ward was explaining how the rest of this partnership was meant to end.
Mhm.
Partnership.
Yeah. Right.
And you
So
had
what-
lost it, but you may or may not have realized it at the time.
What is on this
Mhm.
paper?
Do you want me to explain it, or do you remember?
It was one of the panels from the cave. So let me roll through my notes here. I think it was was it of an elven woman and a lord? Can't remember
was.
the detail of what it was depicting.
So it is a picture of an elven woman. I'm gonna give it a minute just to see if she has it in her notes. But it looks like it's a piece of paper from a bigger sheet, obviously. But it's very basic drawings, but you can tell it's an elvish woman. You can tell it's an Acros gentleman.
Crowan.
A Crowan, thank you. It's not like it's my world or anything, Kim. A Crowan person.
A crow and what?
Shut up,
Ha
man.
ha ha.
An Acronin sir who is kind of standing above this elvish woman who's bending at the knee and offering something
Right.
to him. It almost looks like it's a branch of some sort. You can't really tell. The drawing is very simple, but it is some type of gift. So you can tell that there's some type of partnership going on there.
Like
Also-
an olive branch?
Kind of, maybe. But it's really hard to tell.
Okay.
The reason this is surprising for Aisling is because, again, for memory's sake, is that your tribe has known about this type of partnership forever, for as long as you can remember. You're the eldest in the same group, so the fact that you didn't know this is how the partnership ends is shocking, and also for the fact that you've never seen this depiction in your lifetime up until your ward had shown it to you. So now that you're seeing it on some scrap piece of paper and in the middle of nowhere, what the fuck? Especially since this isn't meant to be general knowledge.
Yeah. Somebody obviously knows something.
Yeah, so he will kind of show this to her. Is this a depiction of this arrangement?
Aye. Though it is mundane in what it depicts, doesn't show the full picture. My lord, he
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
He didn't believe in dragging me to his grave with him, and so he, and my lover, helped me to escape.
Wise
And
man.
this
Good man.
this is why I've been afraid. This is why I am considered a criminal, because I abandoned my lord. And
Because you
he
did
could
not
still
wish
be
to
alive
die.
if I was there, but
What did he die
no,
of?
I don't
What-
want to die.
You have done.
I don't know. It could have just been old age. He was needing a cane when I left. I mean, he still got on all right, but he was old. Could have simply just been age.
Amazing.
But for all I know, it could have been some ailment, and I could have healed him. I could have been there, but I was too frightened.
Amazing. This is not your fault.
But it is.
Aisling, you cannot
What?
stop people from dying. You can help them recover, but if it is their fate to die, then perhaps that is what is meant to happen. And if you are meant to live,
But
I do not
What about
believe you
fighting?
should have been bound to die.
But what of fate? I mean, if I could fight my demise by leaving and surely I could have saved him from the death that he has apparently met.
Perhaps. But what has happened, and he wanted you to live. He helped you to survive, and he knew that he was going to die, and I do not believe, from what you have said, he would have wanted you to sink into sorrow because of him. I do not know the man myself. Well, he pauses contemplatively for a moment.
Do you want to try to roll a history check?
Yeah, I don't think she said his name yet,
The
but
name Amiros.
There you go.
there we go.
His name was Lord Amiros.
Okay, almost a nat 20, but it is a 19 minus 1, 18 total.
All right, perfect.
But almost a nat 1. Did I say nat 20? Almost.
Wait, was it a nat 1?
No, it almost was a nat 1 because
Oh,
the 19 and the 1 on this dice are right next to each other, and it rolled to 19, then it rolled back to a 1, then it rolled back to a 19.
yo, that's scary, man. Don't do that to yourself.
That is.
That's a bad dice. Get a new dice. Don't get
No,
one that
this
has
is.
1 next
Hey,
to it.
hey, don't insult this dice.
I'm insulting your dice.
That's actually how most dice are laid out because they put the opposite number on each side. So, like, it'll always add up to 21 when you flip the dice onto complete opposite sides. So, like, the 1 and the 20 are on opposite sides.
Oh,
and then the
okay, I see what you're saying.
19 and the 2 are on one side. Yeah, that's how most dice are laid out. Then there's the magic. I'm going to stop talking about dice layouts.
Guys, you learn something new, or I learn something new every day. Okay, so with your roll, despite your
My
memory,
school's important, kiddos. But anyway.
Did not learn this at school. Actually,
despite,
I take that back. I did. I learned it at D&D Club.
with your memory block, it takes you the name sounds familiar, and it's prodding at you, and almost as if inspired by the gods, you feel this weird clarity for the first time in a long time. It's almost peaceful, but it's so quick that, again, it almost feels like it didn't happen. But you remember the name of Amiros. You remember that he is a person of high rank. You remember that you were only ever lucky enough to be in his charge. He was in charge of you and your company at one point in one mission. You remember having very positive feelings associated with this name. And you also recall a little bit of Aisling.
Ooh.
Oh.
Once you hit Aisling in your memories,
It stops.
it stops. You don't understand why, but you can put things 2 and 2 together that Amiros and Aisling, outside of her telling you that they have some type, a part of you deep inside knew that already. But
So
this is a very prominent gentleman.
I'm imagining that like Cypress almost like he goes into like a contemplative thought as he tries to remember this person, but then it's almost like he has this dramatic response, like he kind of almost like jumps back in his seat a little bit, and then kind of like maybe breathes heavily for a moment, kind of like looking down, like in shock almost. I think that like how powerful this is. Like I think the peaceful moment ends like the head thrown back, and then it's like kind of some heavy breathing, the shock. So yeah, he's kind of out of it, I think, for a moment there.
Cypress?
I I remember him a little bit.
Do.
Only a little. But I remember serving under him for a time. Why am I slipping into Mason? I remember he was a good man. And
He was.
I'm certain now that he wanted you to live. Be happy.
But not his wife.
Do I remember this
wife.
guy's wife at all?
Nope. The one good thing about being in the Acrony Army, you don't necessarily need to meet their spouses.
Fair enough. Sorry, you were saying?
She apparently still wants me dead. She always hated me. I don't know why exactly, but ever since I was a girl, she had an immense dislike for me.
This woman, is she good like he was?
Oh no.
She was cruel.
Not
Was
to
she?
me, at least. She was to me, at least. She seemed to care for her husband. But she wasn't welcoming to me.
Then I don't know if she is a person that you should take any stock in her opinion of you. She does not seem like a good person, and, well, circumstances may not always be great, but I don't know her story, her situation, but I believe that you deserve to live, and she deserves to grieve. But not by
I
taking
agree on that
vengeance.
at least.
So, I'm here to listen.
I was
I'm here to help.
told that the funeral, Lord Almiros' funeral, would be in Akros 6 days hence. I want to be there to pay my respects to him. My lover, Alair, he has apparently left Akros. He was the reason I was going back. I was scared for him. Didn't know what was happening, what is happening in Akros. They apparently won't tell us, and she shoots a glance at Teth, and oh shoot, what was her name?
To them, yeah.
Taranika.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, to them.
Sorry, I had a cookie in my mouth. But yeah.
But they won't tell us what's happening. And still, while it might be extremely dangerous, I think I must proceed to Akros.
If that is what you wish to do and what you believe to be right, then I will help you be there, if I can at all.
Thank you. Having someone on my side certainly makes me feel a little less frightened again. Thank you.
Gives her kind of a smile, and like, if like she doesn't wince at this, like a kind of generally sort of approving pat on the shoulder, like, I'm glad I can help you. I'm glad I can be good and help you like this. I've been
She'll look a bit uncertain with the patting, but she'll offer
No,
a
like-
smile of gratitude with that.
not like rough, but like kind of like just kind of little, sort of trying to be reassuring, though I'm not sure how it'll come across for her at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I have had my way lost for a great deal of time now, and I finally feel like I'm beginning to find it again. I'm glad that I'm able to help you like this. Makes me feel like I've got things to look forward to again. Even if it is funerals and such.
Mhm.
Not to say that I'm looking forward to his funeral, though I'm gonna stop talking. But I'm glad to be able to help people.
I understand. Thank you. And with that, she'll finally turn to sort of sit on the bench a bit more comfortably, not afraid to at least keep her profile in the view of Teth.
Yeah, Teth is still giving you like icy glares.
And I actually give her
Yeah.
a glare at her as well, like cut it out, sort of.
Teth
Maybe
or
an
at
intimidation.
Ternika? Teth is the
Uh,
gentleman who's sitting at the bench
Mhm.
closest to you. Ternika's
say-
over by Dex.
Both of them a bit, but particularly if he's the one giving the glare at the moment, like a evil glare, then at him mostly.
Go ahead,
Like,
roll me a
Kind of that sort of thing.
what's it called? Intimidation.
All right. Let's see. Can I add my strength? Because I am a big dude.
I'm gonna say no because you haven't shown any feats of. You could be big, doesn't mean you are. You know what
Fair
you do. And as a gentleman who's been in the military, big guys don't really scare him. But I appreciate it.
Fair enough.
It's always good to ask.
Yeah. I want to make some kind of retort with like chewing on some of the jerky, but he wouldn't understand that either. So. Oh man. All right.
Guess the guy just likes his jerky.
Yeah, he'd be like, I don't know what's wrong with this person.
Bet he has some good jerky though. Should ask him for some. All right, that's not too shabby. That's a 15.
Yeah. So for a really long time, he wasn't paying attention to you or noticed you until like you started touching Aisling, and like to see that you two are close. At that point, he started to pay attention to you. At one point, the glances came towards you as well. You both make eye contact, and that kind of scared him for a moment because he was hoping that you wouldn't notice. So it kind of like surprises him, and
Yeah.
it doesn't
Throws him off
necessarily.
his groove.
Exactly, and he stops staring for a moment because he still has food on his plate, and
But
there
he's still
has
like
been a
looking over, I assume.
right now, no. There has been a gentleman who's been who's been talking to him this entire time. There's a guy next to the fire pit here. I don't know how to make him glow or anything, but he's here, and he's been talking to him the entire time, but wasn't paying attention. Now he's paying attention to him.
Bet you are.
So while all that was happening, this was during. So while you guys were doing your thing, while Tanis and Cynthia were doing their thing, this was all going down at the same time that Dex was having his freak out with Zen. The two of you are still up in the tower, still trying to figure out what the plan is.
I came up with one, so I want to run it by him.
So we may be in the same room, but he's in the same room. So what I was saying is that Dex and Zen were in the middle of figuring out a plan. Zen did just say that he came up with something. He wants to just see if you're up for it too.
I can't hear him if he's talking.
Alright, so what are we gonna
There he
do?
is.
Okay, there you are. Awesome. Okay. Here's my plan.
Next place. What are we going to do, bird friend?
I have an idea, but I may have to waste some of my magic, and maybe a healing potion or two.
Okay, what we
When-
do?
I'm going to ask, and this is why I need your help, because then you'll be able to tell me if these are good or bad questions, or if I need to change them. I want to ask her if she remembers this, because I don't know if everybody's going to remember the dream, and if this is someone she wants to try and find, or if it's possible that this is the same person, or maybe a sister or something. Because I don't know who this is. You just told me it made her cry, because I didn't really see a lot of what happened with you guys. I kind of got zeroed in on my brother, so I didn't really see what the reaction was. He still doesn't know if that was someone important. Just he knows it's someone who made her cry.
Okay, bird friend. This is very important person to Scary Snake Lady. Very, very important. I don't know in what capacity, but very important person, enough for her to definitely kill a bunch of people over, including me and maybe you. Okay? Maybe she can't kill you, but she could definitely kill me, so we'll work on this.
She can probably kill.
Yeah.
No, I have to get away first, but she can probably, if she gets me, she probably.
Yeah, but showing this to her will make her mad. I don't know what to do in that situation. It's definitely not her sister. This going to be the same person, guaranteed. Okay? But I think that she will be inclined to go, so we need to convince her to help Oker find friend. That's what we need to do. I just don't know how to do this.
I have, like I said, I have an idea of how to try to do it. I'm just going to ask her some questions, and just in case it doesn't go right, I'm going to have some healing potions and some magic to fix myself afterwards.
Okay.
I don't know if I don't know how she'll react to the question, is what I'm trying to say. I want to ask her if she knows who this is, and he's going to just use a little bit of control flames to make a perfect image of the picture that was shown, but in fire, and ask them if that's someone that she knows, or if that's someone she was looking for, or if this person is the same one that we may have found.
I can
Maybe.
tell you the answer to all these questions is yes. This is a person that she knows and is looking for and would like to see. The problem is, how do we tell her without her freaking out? Honestly, I think I just need to talk to her and tell her, and if I die, you can heal me, right? You bring me back, yes?
No. I don't want to risk that, because I can heal you, but I can't. It happened one time before. Ember hugged one of my rabbits, and I could normally heal them if she got too close, but it turned to ashes, and I can't heal ashes, and I don't want you to go.
Okay, I don't think that I will die immediately. I think she'll knock me out really fast, and then at that point you can heal me, and we can try. I think we just need to talk.
Okay, but I'm gonna be just very close, just in case. I can't heal ashes.
Bear friend, I'm probably going to be holding your hand the whole time. You're definitely going to be close.
It's at this point you hear a very loud, high-pitched scream. Tanis, you see a little ochre on the other side of the ridge there, collecting water, freaking out because he sees a very large snake swimming up to him.
All right.
As soon as we hear
Oh, no.
Ochre swimming, immediately flying, dashing over there.
I try and grab onto his feet and go with him. Can I go with him?
Roll an
Yep, I
acrobatics.
grab him with my talons.
Oh,
I grab
now-
him with my
okay.
talons, so he can. His hands are free to fire if he needs to.
Okay, acrobatics with advantage.
I have good of this. Yes, it's not athletics. I'm good of this. 3. Yes, that's good. 10 plus 3, 13. Advantage.
Yeah, because
Oh,
Mhm.
17 plus 3, dirty
20.
20.
Yeah, you guys make it
Slightly disgusting.
seem like you practice this. Cirque du Soleil, like you guys should be out in the circus.
Oh my god, Baird friend, this is how you see world? It is amazing up here.
Yeah, but it gets
I can
cold.
show you the world shining.
Now-
Sorry.
Can you still
Perfect.
shoot people
This
from here?
music. Yes, I can shoot people from here. I draw bow, but I think we know why persons scream. Well, let's go look. It's Cynthia. Let's answer.
Yeah, Tanith, you just see Cynthia swimming over to a little ogre. And ogre's just kind of screaming. Everyone in the camp can essentially hear this. So there's a lot of people on their way to you guys.
Immediately
Tanis
gonna land
will-
down and try and get him to stop.
Yeah, Tanis will roll her eyes and set her empty plate down and try to wave at the boy to get his attention. It's alright, she already ate. She shouldn't have another meal this soon.
But
That's encouraging.
Does he scream? Does he scream more?
he's about to, but just before he can open his mouth to go an extra level of you show up and like put your fiery like feather on his hand, like shoulder, and he looks up at you, and he immediately starts to cry.
Yep, just gonna pick him up and just start patting him on the back. Okay. It's okay. He's not good at this. He's just saying it's okay.
What's happening?
Ochre is crying.
Small friend, why you do this?
You see Cynthia kind of wading in the water. She hasn't come on land yet. She's just kind of looking at Ochre, this very small little
Okay.
reddy boy. She's realized red is a good color because her new friends, a good amount of them, like that color too. So this little person might be friend or food. But Tanis has made it very
Friend
clear
or
that
food.
Tanis made it very, very clear that she has recently ate. Cynthia doesn't really know what's going on, but she's just kind of wading in the water, looking between all three red folks.
Small friend, this is Snake Lady's snake friend. He's good girl. He's good girl. Cynthia, and I do like a sound.
You
To,
Sure.
yeah, I do the Cynthia, this is friend. Okay, no need to. We not eat, right? And I look at her.
Tanis
She-
relays that over to Cynthia.
Oh, Tanis is here. Wow. Hello, scary snake lady.
Cynthia.
That's the person we wanted to see.
Yes.
Cynthia just kind of looks at Dex, like, what the fuck is he saying? And what's with this? Pss, pss, pss?
Cynthia, don't
Like-
eat this one.
And she just kind of like, she didn't think about eating it, but part of her's a little disappointed, and you can see kind of like she makes bubbles under the water, like, you know how little kids, like, fine. But she nods her head yes, and she comes out of the water a little bit, and comes over to Tanis.
Okay. Okay. Be a good small boy and go back to village, okay? We will return in a moment. We need to have conversation with a scary snake lady.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be.
Don't worry. I hug him.
It's just the three of you in a hug. Tanis is just watching.
Yeah.
Cynthia's just watching.
Join in,
okay.
Tanis.
It's okay.
No.
It's okay. You did nothing wrong. You're perfect.
Cynthia actually goes up. She looks at Tanis and she thinks this is a thing. And she kind of nudges Tanis a little bit towards them and takes the initiative herself and goes around and starts to wrap herself around the three of you. And
See? Look,
Ochre, if he was sweaty before, he's sweaty now.
it's okay, friend. It's okay. See, she's loving. It's cuddle. It's hug. She hug. This she have no arms, so this is how she hug. It's okay.
Can I ask, is Ochre in between the two of you, or is he on the outskirts? It's like a triangle.
I'm
kind of
hugging him. No, this is more of like between the two of us, sort of. But
Okay.
and this is just putting out there. There is open fire now, just coming out of my.
Oh.
Ooh. Is it dangerous fire? Would it hurt Cynthia?
It will.
No.
Ooh.
So as soon as Cynthia starts to wrap herself around you guys, she gets a little, she feels the heat off of you, and she backs up. She doesn't get hurt, but she backs up kind of confused and scared. She's and she looks at you, and tilts her head Cynthia, hugs? No?
And I'm just gonna look through my spells because I'm pretty sure I have communicate because that's how I talked to her last time.
But Tanis, you
Yeah.
can hear her.
Yes.
She looks sad.
Yeah, I got
If
that.
a snake could look sad.
Oh, my
Okay,
Cynthia.
I'm able to ask. Is like, okay, sorry, I can't do close hugs. And he essentially starts lifting up his feathers, and essentially where they connect, you can see that weird kind of glow. That's fire coming off of it.
Mhm.
He's essentially trying to explain to her if something tries to get too close, my feathers will start to burn them.
She kind
That's
of
why I normally wear a lot of clothes.
She kind of tilts her head a little confused, but she gets it. She understands fire is dangerous, and you are fire. Cool.
And he essentially does that the control flames to essentially sprout his normal flames, but they now become more visible, and it looks just like he's wearing a red fur jacket of fire.
Cynthia just kind of looks at you, a little confused, not really understanding the nature of it all, but she's like, okay, I get it. And she kind of tries to get to hug Dex in a weird, awkward way. So she just kind of puts her head on Dex's head and licks Ochre's face. And Ochre kind of just freezes.
That works. That works. And I'm gonna take out the beef jerky. I'm gonna hand her some, and I'm gonna hand some to Ochre for him to feed her.
So Ochre ends up feeding Cynthia, and they hit it off. Ochre stops crying, and he kind of he doesn't mean to push you away, but you could tell that he kind of wants to touch this.
Okay, you can hang out with the snake later. We need to talk to Tanis.
No, Ochre, why don't you hang out with Cynthia, and she can probably show you around. Have you ever ridden on a snake before? I bet it's pretty cool.
Can I?
Dex feels a little jealous.
Can I ride this snake? And Ochre looks over at Tanis and looks at you two, looking for approval from everyone.
I'm just gonna start with Cynthia and then Tanis first. Tanis, would you be cool with giving him a ride, maybe just going slowly around the water?
Tanis or Cynthia? So I was like, you can have
Cynthia
Tanis
first.
Because Tana's gonna be no.
Only if he rides inside.
Cynthia just kind of nods her head yes, because she's offered before, but the last time she offered, it ran away.
Yeah, that's kind of what
Dex.
Tana's figured.
There.
I was like, Cynthia wants
Yeah.
to play. That's fine.
Oh,
She's
well.
excited. She's like, yeah, I want to
Okay.
play.
All right, then he's about to essentially pick up Ochre and halfway about to mount, and he just stops and he looks over, also tilting his own head with Ochre's toward Tanis and asks, halfway through doing it, "Is it okay if we do this?" They're less than a foot from mounting him off on the back of Cynthia.
Ochre's little feet are swinging, excited, and just down in the air.
As long as Cynthia is okay with it.
Cynthia, you could see in her eyes that she's excited. As soon as he was in the midst of lifting him up, and then he stopped midway, she's just looking at everyone, what's happening now? Why isn't he on me yet? Why aren't we going like fucking crazy?
Okay. And he's just going to take a little bit of rope and just tie a little bit around so he has something kind of like to hold on to. He's going to
Cynthia,
super slick scales in the water. He's just going to fall off.
fair enough.
I
As
don't
soon as
want him to accidentally dig his claws into her.
fair, smart, you don't want either of them to hate each other or eat each other or kill each other. As soon as Ochre like settles himself in, Cynthia can kind of feel like balancing the weight of Ochre. Cynthia kind of looks over at Tanis. She kind of like gives this like, that's playtime. And they just disappear into the campsite. The people that were coming originally because of the scream of Ochre are now screaming because of Snake.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I pay no attention to that and ask Tanis if we could have a small talk with me and Dex, and I just start pulling out health potions and readying like the components for my healing magic, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, Tanis looks confused because
Tanis.
why Dex and Zen?
Tanis, my friend. I have never steered you wrong, yes?
Correct.
I would like to have a conversation with you, but I don't want to die. Yes? I would like you to hear out our conversation in its entirety before you try to kill us. That hopefully I can make you not want to kill us and everybody in the camp prematurely. Yes?
For you
I raised
to
my hand.
say something like that, you know something.
I do know something. That's why I wish to talk to you, but I wanted to give you warning so that you don't light people on fire before we figure out what we should do about the thing that we know. Yes?
What is it that you know?
Okay.
We found.
Oh.
No. We want to help Ochre get his friends back, who I think are the kids that people say are missing.
Good start, yes. This is true, yes.
But one of them, someone, and last time someone saw this person, they cried and were sad, and I don't really know why. I was doing something else. And we don't want that to happen, but it seems like that person who saw them wanted to see them again. Just looking to Dex, trying to like, am I doing this right?
That's nods.
Tanis
Okay,
was following you, and then she got lost.
Okay, Tanis.
What does
Tanis.
this have
And
to
then it
do
just
with
pulls
me?
out.
Do you remember the dream that we had in the other world and you guys all saw people that were important to you?
Yes.
The old woman wasn't important to you?
We all saw people that were important, yes?
Oh,
Her hands clench.
Okay.
I
I
got to see my
assume, I
brother.
don't know this
And
person for you. I assume she was
he
important.
essentially starts. He essentially starts narrating what he's saying with like a small picture show made entirely of flame, going from my brother, the old lady, that one kid from. Well,
Aisling?
actually, no, he didn't even catch a name or anything because, like, no, he had no idea. He knows he was in front of Aisling, and he's got the hair, and he looks like the other one that's missing. But that's really it. I don't think he's gotten that.
Okers drew pictures of his friends that are missing. Not the important princess girl. Oker's friends that he drew look a lot like the people that you and
Like
Adrian
this, and he
saw
makes
in the dream.
the two images. But in front of him, he makes essentially two small children made of fire that look exactly like the little boy in front of Aisling and the little girl that was in front of you.
Tennis, yes,
And he corks open a health potion.
and I had behind that.
As soon as that image comes up, Tanis immediately goes pale.
Dex raises up his hands, does not approach. I do not understand how this is possible given timeline. I don't know when you stopped being able to see this person, and Aisling looked like she did not know that person yet. But somehow, within the last 6 months, these people were here, were friends with Oker, and got taken. But 6 months does not seem like the time that you might have lost this person.
I guess what we're asking is, if this is the same one you remember, are they still supposed to be that small?
And maybe we need to go
Actually,
help Oker help
Let me
find
just
his friends.
clarify. For you guys, this person looks small. To Tanis, it doesn't. Just an FYI.
I didn't know this. Wait, whoa, Choto. This not how person look in dream?
No, she looked like that in the dream. That's why I chose that photo. She looked exactly the same. Doesn't look like
Here's the
little
thing.
person. To Tanis, what you guys would consider little. She's young, yes.
No, but is she the what I saw in the dream?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
She is. Here's the thing. We can't scale it right, so it's just what we saw in the dream, just made out of fire. So we honestly, this could be a dwarf for all we know, 300 years. We don't know.
Very cute dwarf.
It's adorable.
Tanis starts to mumble strange things to herself, and it almost looks like she's about to hyperventilate.
I cork open the second health potion and hand it to Dex.
I cork the health potion, and what do I have in my inventory? What can I use as a paper bag?
Actually, let me check that, see if I have something.
Okay, I don't have anything for a paper bag.
Okay,
I
hyperventilating.
I take like a step back, and I say, I do not know the situation, but the only option that we have is going with Oker to find them. I understand that this is a lot right now, but that I think is our only option to do. Yes?
As soon as you say that, her head snaps up, and
Oh.
Zen, you'll probably be able to understand it, but she does almost yell out, crying out Cynthia's name.
Oh. Got a cut on you guys. We're jumping back to the other two who are at the fireplace. You guys heard little Oker scream. Shortly after that, you saw Cynthia running around with little Oker on his back, having the fucking time of their lives. What are you guys doing?
Watching.
Cowboy rodeo snake.
Yeah.
Watching.
Cypress looks confused. It's like, is that alright? Does he seem to be having a good time?
I would think so.
He is having the time of his life. You haven't met Oker for very long, but in the short period that you've known him, you have not seen such a genuine smile of happiness, outside of when he thought you guys were the mercenary. But this is like pure, unadulterated fun. Like, he might have just forgotten all of his worries. And like you don't understand Snake, but Cynthia is just letting off this energy of fuck yeah, this is the best. While people are just kind of screaming all around them. The two generals are not giving a fuck. The soldiers are not giving a fuck. Because they are aware that the snake is with you guys and Ochre's on it and hasn't eaten him yet, so they're like, it's not dealing with this shit. Yeah, so Cynthia's just running around.
I'm sure that's fine.
If I had a cowboy hat, I would have given it to you.
This seems okay.
This is fine.
All good. All good.
Okay. So you guys are gonna just stay around and just kind of watch over this too.
I mean,
around.
does Aisling have any reaction?
She'll be concerned at first when she sees Cynthia, but then seeing Ochre smiling and laughing and obviously having a ball, then she'll sort of release her breath, like, okay, she'll sigh.
Like, this is a fine situation?
Yeah, like, this is fine.
Lovely.
Should we investigate, or should we just leave them be, you think?
Perhaps we should reconvene with the others.
Yep. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we can hear that, definitely.
His mic was down. It's okay. It's good now.
Yeah.
Okay, so you two are just kind of chilling around. No problem. I just wanted to check in.
This
This
is all
is good.
fine.
Yeah, you guys are making sure Cynthia doesn't accidentally eat somebody.
Yeah, definitely keeping an eye on
That's
her.
fair. The Aarakocra that Dex had pushed down, that's still kind of unconscious. You can see at one point the Cynthia and Ochre kind of were circling him. Because at one point people left him. They just were like, well, he's not dead. He's alive. It's fine. Leave him be. And you can't really hear Ochre, but you see him giving the middle finger. And you see Cynthia, like, kind of sizing him up. Who knows what's happening over there? But they're spending a lot of time around an unconscious bird.
I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah, that's totally good.
Let's cut back to our drama-focused group. Tannis, you said you had snapped up. You are ready to scream. What are you yelling?
I am yelling out for Cynthia.
As soon as Tannis's voice, like, you all know Tannis. She don't yell. And when she does, it's usually like a very, like, mellow, like, I don't give a fuck about you kind of yell. But this yell is,
Controlled.
yes, her yells are usually very controlled. She doesn't yell. She raises her voice. This is different. It actually stops everything in the camp. Everybody just kind of freezes from it. And they all kind of look around at each other. And can you two roll me a perception check?
Us?
Oh, not you two. Not you guys.
No, the other two. Okay, yeah.
No, hold up. Wait, this is weird. The two at the campsite, which is Aisling and Cypress. Roll me
Okay,
a
so
perception.
yes, us two.
Yes, you two.
It's the two of you she's talking to.
Roll
Isn't it obvious?
perception.
Yeah.
7.
Okay.
That is. Ooh, okay. Bonus. Oh, that's 23.
Okay. Cypress, kind of not used to hearing Tannis at this pitch, at this level, and kind of observing how everyone freaked out, didn't see this. But Aisling caught this, because she was paying very close attention to Ochre for his safety. But Cynthia's name was yelled. She immediately stopped in her place. Her head kind of like popped up in the direction the voice is coming from, and something seems different about Cynthia. You can't really know, like, something about her body language, like something just feels different. But you can't put a pin to it. And Cynthia bolts. Like, you've never seen her before. Ochre's having a very hard time holding on to her. And as she passes you, you get a glimpse. Maybe it's the fire, maybe it's the night, maybe it's the dim lighting, but she seemed to have sparkled just as she passed you. And she's running or slithering down. She essentially slithers right past Dex and Zen, and just curls up along Tanis's, around Tanis.
Yeah, so I summon Pyra as she passes by and have her like essentially ride behind.
Okay. Pyra, where are you, my girl?
So she sparkled.
She might
like
have.
Her.
It could have just been the glistening off the scales or something else. Who knows? Who knows?
But something just didn't seem right.
Like that weird translucent.
Ochre is very dizzy, very confused. He is hanging still onto Cynthia. What's going on with Tanis? Cynthia is wrapped around your legs in very protective mode.
Tanis looks very, very frazzled, is I think probably the best way to put it. As she is now glaring daggers down at this young kobold? Kobold?
Yeah,
this young child.
Maybe. Yeah, who is super confused.
Why is she angry at him?
Because friendship.
Zen is just slowly tipping towards her and just signaling Pyra to be ready.
I'm just like looking at Ochre because I feel like as the person who's interacted with him the most, he'd look at me first. And I'm like looking at him. I'm trying to be like the get over here, like head shake, like come here.
Ochre is not paying attention. He is super frazzled himself. He is the equivalent of dazed. The fact that he's still hanging on is surprising, but he's wobbling on the back of Cynthia. He isn't even aware he's in danger, if he's in danger.
Okay, can you come here, my friend?
And I'm just Cynthia. Ember, because I summoned her essentially on the back of both of them. Yeah. Summon Pyra on the back of both of them, and I'm just gonna have her so I can cast through her. No, I can't yet. Soon though. It will be, but she knows to stand by for extraction if necessary. She's essentially next to him. But I am going to just slowly walk forward and just calmly. So, do you want to help us with the job?
She is no longer listening to you two, and instead her focus is solely on this child.
Can I do that? If you've seen the new Thor Love and Thunder trailer, try to move his bird face into your line of sight.
Oh, he's like moving his head in front of her. Not moving her
Yeah,
head,
trying to see if I
looking
can...
at him, moving himself.
No, like he's slowly trying to pan himself next to Ochre and trying to get a response.
So you're going to get closer to Tanis, is what you're telling me.
Yes, slowly, not trying to startle or any sudden, because, like, Cynthia is very much in that coiled up protective mode. And
would you say you're about 10 feet, 5 feet away from Tanis?
I'm essentially right. I'm trying to get up next to Ochre, because I'm assuming I don't know if it's Tanis, and then Cynthia is essentially wrapping himself around, and Ochre's just right in front of that.
Yeah, so Ochre is kind of like hanging off of the side. So I'm just going to put Cynthia on the side here. Kind of where the water is, that's where he's kind of like, he's on that side. He's hanging off on that side. So he's not...
I'm kind of confused. Is he in danger or is he distressed? I'm sorry.
So he's dazed. The fact that they went so fast, he's not there. His mind's like, oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna...
Yeah, no, he hasn't...
Okay.
Hasn't picked up the rhythm yet. He's still fresh off the roller coaster.
Yep. And Tanis
Okay.
Cynthia is not a threat as of yet to Ochre. Cynthia doesn't seem to be a threat to anyone, but she is in the very protective state of, like, if somebody's going to hurt Tanis, it's going to have to go through Cynthia first, kind of body language. Tanis is her attention is not to the group, not to Cynthia, but to the thing that is straddling Cynthia, which is Ochre, who is, again, dazed and unaware of the danger he may or may not be in. And Zen is inching closer and closer. Dex, are you following after him?
No.
So you're going to stay your ground.
Smart. Super smart.
I don't think that would be the best idea.
Okay, so Dex stays where he's staying.
I think Dex is fast enough to, like, run, grab him, and book it in case something happens. So instead of getting closer, I don't think that'll help very much. He's just gonna stay back.
So Zen is making his approach. He's
Yeah,
trying to get
Pyro's
in.
moving also. Yeah, I'm trying to get in front
next
of.
to.
Yeah, but I'm trying to, like, get her to unfocus on him to see if I can get the answer to the question.
As soon as you block her vision, she's
Not completely, maybe just like halfway.
No, she's not focused on you. She's still focused on the kid. You.
I guess I say, you can't kill the boy and know what the answer to the situation is.
Also, scaring him isn't going to work either, because then he won't tell you anything. He'll likely pass out or cry.
Yeah, being nice to the sweet boy is the best way to get answers to your questions. It's not like he's trying to lie or hide the information from you.
He wants
None
help.
of it's getting through to her.
Okay.
Damn it.
It's at this
Okay.
point, Ochre throws up, not on Tanis, and not on Cynthia, but it almost hits Pyra. Pyra has to take a 2-step back kind of thing, be like, oh.
I don't think
She wouldn't care.
about vomit.
Her thing right now is to stay next to him and wait for the signal.
Okay, so Pyra got a little throw up on her.
Oh yeah, Pyre can teleport.
Pyra's like right next to
That's plan B.
Yeah.
I just know that's a good plan B though.
But Ochre is slowly kind of like regaining his consciousness, especially after throwing up, and he, like, you could see the water well up in his eyes. He's uncomfortable in the situation of how, like, just, he's not aware of what's going on, but he's out of what has just happened to him.
Chill snake lady is now angry at me, and I don't know why.
It's not even that, it's more like, I just threw up. I don't like throw up. And he just looks sad. He just looks like he's about to cry.
You.
And then
Aw.
I threw it up.
he,
Poor baby.
I'm sorry. My tummy hurt. I didn't.
Ivanis, tell me everything you know about her.
Ew. He's like gargling, and he throws up again. And at that point, he actually lets go of Cynthia and like falls on his back into the vomit.
No.
Oh.
Okay, let's wash him in the water. And I'm just going to, and essentially not taking him out of your line of sight, I'm going to slowly lift him and just dunk him slowly into the water.
Whoa. You mean we could give him an Aisling shower?
Aisling's just
We
you
don't.
need to bath? I'm here.
Quick bath.
It is
No, and just
taking
Lift an orb of water.
everything in
Somebody needs some water.
Tanis's body to not fire off some spells right now. But I think you could almost see like the flame energy kind of circling around her fist as she's staring down, I guess now Zen and this child
In the water.
in
And
the
I'm
water.
just just trying to watch him, and I'm still just trying to, and probably not going to do anything, but I'm just asking. He's asking for help, but you want to hurt him and not help him?
The Yawanti
Why?
child. Tell me about her.
Let's fix him first. He was sick. Oh no, he got sick. But he was telling us about him, and he does relay what he knows, which is very little.
Quiet.
Just that they're friends.
And she turns towards the kid again and now zoned out Zen. The Yawanti girl, tell me what you know.
While you two were like kind of having that conversation, Ochre was kind of like holding on to Zen, like allowing him to wash him, like a child having a
like rinse,
take care of him,
rinse out, and try to get this vomit off you.
Mm-hmm. So he's very like he looks very what's the word? Not approachable, vulnerable, and for a moment he's like. There's a little sense of calm in him, but then he hears Tanis's voice, and he kind of like shrivels up a little and doesn't realize it, but he kind of clings onto Zen. And he looks at Tanis, who I'm assuming is not giving the happiest of glares, if that's a thing you can do. And it didn't process exactly what you said right away, and there's a quiet, like there's a pause. And he's like, you know Eva?
Where is she?
He cringes again in fear, and he's like, you can kind of see that he's about to bury himself into like Zen. And he's like, Dex said if they could just come and you'd help me find my friends.
Tell me everything that you know about her.
It's this real threatening kid.
Not
Not even a joke.
I'm encouraging him to try and just repeat what he does know and not to worry about the scary on fire snake lady.
So he's kind of like looking at Zen and Dex, who are the only two people he's really connected with so far, and he's just like seeing that Zen's giving him like this reassuring, like, it's okay, she won't hurt you, I hope.
And I'm just saying,
it's okay, she's gonna be fine.
It will be okay.
And I'm just
Go.
Oh, sorry. No, I was gonna ask Pyra to also slowly make her way behind us. Just not ever, severing her line of sight. Just go around us and let her keep focusing on the bird and the kid.
Okay, it's okay. You just tell the snake lady about your friends, and everything is going to be fine. So, where did you meet your friend, okay?
Ochre is now officially talking to the two of you, and every so often looking over at Tanis.
You don't have to look at her, Ochre. Ochre, where did you meet your friends?
I met them here.
When?
Maybe, and you can see him kind of struggling with his mouth.
It's all good. Approximately a month ago, 2 months ago, a year ago.
We celebrated Eva's birthday, so maybe a year ago.
Tanis's nostrils flare.
What? Fuck. The Dex is pretty confused.
And
Okay.
when was the last time you saw her?
This good question. When's the last time you saw her, Ochre?
Before they took my friends. 2 months. 2 months ago.
Where did you last see her?
Here. We were playing outside of the camp, and Eva was trying to help us get berries, Cause she knows we like the berries, and then they took them.
So they came up and took them in the day?
Yes.
What did they look like?
I don't remember. I didn't see them.
Were they big, small, many of them, few of them, animals?
He shakes his head, and he starts to look extra sad because it looks like it's a lot on him.
Okay, my
So
friend.
start trying to reassure him a little more.
Yeah, I like raise up my hands and I like look at Tannis. I'm like, can I approach the boy?
Tannis is still kind of zoned in.
Okay, so I slowly walk towards the boy and I put my hand on his shoulder. I say, listen, it's okay. Anything else you know about this person? What did she like to eat?
Can either you or Zen roll a persuasion check with advantage?
I'll give the advantage to you.
Nah, we got advantage, so we both got a roll. Bro, persuasion, I got +2. 11?
You also remember everyone has inspiration.
So 11 plus 2.
Okay.
13.
Okay, I rolled at 18 plus 1, so 19.
Oh, Pogo!
So with the power of friendship,
18 surely has to be enough to persuade this small boy who already likes us to do things in his best interest and not get himself killed. Surely.
so with the power of friendship,
No, we're just trying to calm him down. Like, it's okay, keep going. You don't have to worry. Just slow it down if you have to.
with the power of friendship, he's able to muster the courage and allows him to kind of think straight for the first time in a long time, especially during this little scenario. And I'm sorry, guys, I forgot what the question was. What was the question?
Who took them?
Descriptions, all that stuff. Yeah,
Yes, all that.
he's Okar's just like they were wearing hoods, so I didn't see them, but there were three people. Okar heard one of them. It was a girl. One of them was a girl.
Okay.
A lady person. She was very tall.
Very tall. How tall? Zen, you're tall. Can you put up a hand? See, I'll give a approximate height.
She points to kind of like Tannis's height. She was like maybe like that tall, but I didn't get close. It looked like that she was that tall.
The psycho bitch. How tall was she?
You can roll a history check.
16 plus 4. 30 disgusting 20.
Okay.
Nasty.
Yeah,
Julie, the lady that you all had a very lovely encounter in Data, is approximately the same height as Tannis.
Oh.
Okay. They got taken from here, right? What direction did they run in?
I don't know. I ran back.
Okay, this is fair.
Did anyone else see this?
Oh, good question. Yes, okay.
Ralph did.
Wait, is it nighttime yet?
It's nighttime.
Fuck!
one
I
is
paid how
Ralph?
much should have waited till morning.
Fucking asshole.
Oh, the bear person, the yellow bear person. Yes.
Oh,
Smile.
man.
Oh, Dex smiles.
You know,
That's all
He's
I
so
needed. Cynthia, let's go.
Dex is like, okay, I'm good. They do this. I will follow Scared. Hey, Scared, can I try and get your attention? What would I have to do to try and get your attention?
I don't think she's stopping unless you physically restrain her, but she will
But
look
can I
towards
like
you.
run beside her as she's like and talk to her?
Yes.
Then I will be more than willing to come and help you with your situation. Just you don't need to do this by yourself. You can come or yell out and we will come help you when we figure out what to do, yes?
Freezing.
Yes? We help. Better. You know?
Just don't get in my way.
Why would I get in the way? I think I could help. But yes, do your thing. Also, fuck that guy.
He's still on the floor, unconscious. Before I get back to you two, Aisling and Cypress. You heard her yell.
Yes.
A lot of tensions were flared. What were you two doing? Did you go to the water side and witness all of that? Were you just staying at the camp? What were you two doing?
I think at this point probably stay at
Aisling
camp
would
since-
run
Yeah, I don't know.
up to the
you want
water
to go?
side.
Cypress would go
I mean,
as
I
well.
would have had her run over there to see what was going on, and then I suppose trailing behind Tanis now, kind of being like, okay, what's going on over here, and then okay, we're going this way now, that type of thing.
Cypress, what about you? What were you doing?
Probably if Aisling is going, then he'd follow behind as well.
Okay. So I'll have all of you
Also
guys.
interested in all that.
Okay. So we'll come back to you two in a moment. Zen, you are with Ochre. And he is so confused. And he's looking up at you like, did I do a good job? Like, what happened? Am I in trouble? He has the look of confusion all over his face.
And I'm trying my best to reassure him that he did a good job and that we're going to help him find his friends. And apparently, your friends know her, I guess. One of them does. Actually, there's another friend with red hair who might know someone else. And I'm going to essentially start taking him and going to find Aisling.
Perfect. Perfect. I love this. This is great. This is great.
Right.
So you're making your way over as well. You're going to be a little bit behind. He still has a little bit of vomit on him. Are you going to help clean him up a little bit more before you guys follow, or are you just going to go straight?
No, yeah, I'd help clean him up along with Pyra. Just
Yeah.
Make him not stanky as best you can.
Make him clean.
Perfect.
Yeah, prestidigitation would have been nice, but I needed to be able to control fire.
Fair enough.
That's
Tanis,
13 spells. Yeah.
Tanis and Dex make their way first, and they find the unconscious Aarakocra on the floor. Aisling and Cypress trailing closely behind them.
I do not know this Aarakocra is unconscious. I think he's asleep. So without any hesitation, I am pulling him up by whatever collar he has and giving some very not so friendly slaps to the face to get him to wake up.
Oh God, why did I pick this guy? I literally could have picked anybody
You could
else.
have picked anyone else, and you picked the one with the voice that you don't like doing.
Ah, perfect. Wait,
character.
Hold on.
Wait, is Ogre about to tell me? Oh wait, that's not him.
Oh, he
He's
just
got to
yes,
point over to
100%.
I meant the
100%.
asshole.
I didn't mean
The
that
other
Ralph. I meant the other Ralph. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. As Zen and Ochre are coming up, and you're shaking this poor Aarakocra, trying to wake him up. Ochre's kind of like looking confused. It's like, not that Ralph.
Not that asshole. This other asshole.
Okay, shove back into the ground. Who?
It is the one who is next to Cynthia now, because I'm gonna pick him. He is. Yeah.
I'm assuming Ralph or Hawker points him out because
Yes.
she is
Yeah.
immediately beelining towards him.
She's like, that one.
You
That one.
immediately beeline towards him.
Oi, lady, how can I help you?
The missing children. Tell me everything that you know about them.
Oi, aren't you a fiery lass?
Tell me everything that you know about them.
I heard you the first time, laddie. Give me a moment. And he just pulls out, what's it called, a flask, and he chugs it down, and he looks at you, and he's like, hey.
Oh man.
Can I launch a fireball next to him?
You are more than welcome to.
Perfect, that's what I'm doing.
So, question: How
wait,
close are the other guards
Firebolt.
and the named NPCs that are?
So a good
about
amount of
to
them
witness
have,
this?
a lot of them are in bed. The other ones that are on duty are just like, it's rough. And they haven't killed or threatened anyone until she threw that fireball. So those who are paying attention to those who are not Tanis, I'm assuming, can tell that you guys are being watched
Mm-hmm.
very intently right now by a few guards. But they're not
I'm
moving in.
sure.
Until fireballs
Ralph-
go.
Ralph looks at the fireball on the floor and he pours his alcohol on it, and it flames up and then disappears. You are a fiery one, eh? Now, how can old Ralphie help you?
The missing children. Tell me what you know.
The tiny things. Now, I believe we're missing three recently. Three youngins were recently kidnapped. Lassie? And he just keeps shaking his head yeah,
Who
that's what you wanted to know.
Took them. And where did they go?
Are you part of the mercenaries? Were you the ones that were coming to save? Okay, I will give you the information. And he takes a minute. Oh yes! According to the tall, striking elf lady, she believes the Leonin took them. Them cat folks, as she likes to call them. But don't tell her. Intel we got is that we believe it's them cultists. They've been roaming around these parts.
What cultists?
Who knows? There's so many.
I'm gonna launch another fireball at his feet. Or fireball.
Hi! Lassie! There's enough fire in the camp. I'll get you have the hots for me, but that's not how you flirt.
Which way did they go?
He stomps out the fire. I'm assuming that away, and he points outside of the camp.
Tanis lets out a very frustrated sigh before
I
she repeats her question.
I understand.
Tell me which direction they went. And she's going to cast Suggestion.
Ooh. What does Suggestion do again?
It's
like-
Good spell.
It magically
Does-
influences a creature so that they do what I'm suggesting them to do as long as it doesn't hurt them.
Okay.
I do need a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw for my Ralph. His name's actually, I named him Ronald originally, but he's Ralph now.
McDonald.
I know, right? I actually clicked on his character sheet because I should have done that before. Wisdom savings, right? Is anything broken? You can do this. Yeah, you can do that. Flick. Oh wait, no, never mind. Don't do that. Choo. That's 18. Does that pass?
That passes.
He's so drunk. He can't be
He's immune
suggested.
to it. That's fair.
But it doesn't stop him from answering your question. I understand. You have a job to do, lassie. If you wait it out, we should have our recon team coming back anytime now.
I was told you were the last ones to see these people. Which direction did they go?
They went into the woods, lassie. To be honest, I lost sight of them as soon as they went in. I was on the tower over there that Ralph I guess sleeping Ralph is currently standing watch on, or sleeping on. Them woods be dense, lass.
There's almost another like guttural scream once he says that he doesn't know which direction they went into.
Fair.
Hmm.
Now all of you are here witnessing this.
Here, let's plant you another tree. Therapy.
Oh, we left the last tree too. I don't think we ever went back for it.
Oh no, you got the tree back. You got the tree back.
Oh, okay.
You.
The row got it for you guys. Remember, nothing was missing.
I
You
didn't
have
know
a
if you
tree
wanted
with
to
you.
share or not.
That's right.
Yeah, nope. It's there in your bag. You just haven't noticed.
Can I have it in my bottle?
You can have it in your bottle. Yes.
Yeah.
You didn't realize it got in there. Like when you went in there, it snuck out. It fell out of your bag.
That's fair.
It's alive. But yeah, it's in your bottle.
A tree.
You're not wrong. So yeah, you guys are all witnessing this dance of the two. Ochre is like holding on to Zen quite tightly.
Tannis is about to start lighting this place on fire.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Why would do
Not
this?
if I have anything to say about it.
See,
Yeah.
if it's on fire and there's a smoke that comes out, that should signal the recon team to come back sooner because there's issues, right? That's logic.
Yes, but then they will all attack us. You will have to kill everyone. They will not give you information of what you need. You will now be hurt with no spells to go find these bandits. This good idea?
I don't need
What
my
part
spells
good
to
idea?
defeat them.
You don't need spells to defeat 50 plus people. How many people you think are over there? We don't know this.
How many people do you send out for a recon team?
Not the recon team, girl. The people you need to now go and find to beat to get this person back or whatever.
You see Ralph put up his hand for 5 people that went out to recon.
Yes, it's not that you need your spells to kill them. You're going to definitely get hurt. We're all going to have to fight. All these innocent people are going to have to die. And eventually they're still not going to tell you what you want to know. That doesn't make any sense, now does it? Also, I'm not ranger. They're not ranger. How are you going to go through dense forest at night? We get lost, we die, no help anybody.
Ralph is just nodding his head yes. He almost reminds you of Cypress back on the boat. What is it?
Yep.
Ralph kind of just looks at... He's thinking you guys are having a very calm conversation. He's like, aye, lassie, you should agree with the small one.
Honestly, Ralph is your name. You need to stop talking or she's going to light you on fire. I'm not going to jump in the middle of that. Yes, that would be bad. What we need to do, which I know suck, we wait on them to come back. We be nice to them, they nice to us, they guide us where they think is place. And we go, and then you can kill all those fucking assholes, right? Oker, say it to me now. Fucking assholes. You can kill all of them. I help. Okay?
You see Ogre kind of like saying it, like mouthing it into like Zen's arm, like, and he's shaking his head like super proud that he's saying it at the same time.
A small pat on the head, and I do walk over and ask, Aisling, when this is done, can I talk to you for something?
Of course.
Yeah.
A quick question. Based on accent alone, do I know Ralph?
Unfortunately, no. His accent is actually so bad, you can tell it's a fake accent.
That's such a Ralph move.
Yeah, what
Right?
a fucking that's just normal Ralph, bro.
Here's the thing.
That big
You
sax
met
accent
someone?
so long, that's a real accent now.
Classic
It's not taken
Ralph.
from place. That's a Ralph accent.
Ralph met someone you might have known, and he's just trying to copy it.
You don't realize this, but he heard you talking,
I love
and
it.
he's like, I like that. I want to do that. And so he's trying to copy you. But for a good
I'm
moment there, you're
flattered.
trying to think. You're like, that sounds like somebody I would know. And then as he kept talking, you're like, oh shit, that's just bad.
Okay. Sorry for
Ralph.
Oh no, not at all. I was waiting to somebody ask. I was like, I just want you all to know. Like, all of you are pretty sure that's fake fucking X. But you
I
don't
just
know
don't like
because
Ralph.
there's
You know, all the Ralphs in this camp are gonna die. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh no.
I'm gonna kill Ralph. Make him into jerky.
Absolutely. No, but there is a moment of deep contemplation as Tanis weighs out her options. And then she looks down at you, Dax, and even though
Dex flinches.
she's still very, very upset, she will kind of spit out, if it was anyone but you asking me to wait, I would never heed their advice.
Dex, like, full hand raise. He's like, trust me, I understand this, but I will do everything I can do to help us resolve this issue in a way that is pleasant for you. I promise. I can't speak for those guys, but I will try and figure out what we can do best, and this is the only solution I have right now.
So be it. But if anything happens to her, I am leveling this entire forest and everyone with it.
Dex raises his hands. Honestly, fair. No argument.
Oka raises his hands like, and then realizes he shouldn't talk.
I just whisper to him, like,
But he should.
we're
Some time to not do the talkie.
That's not the time
Aw.
for the talkie.
Ralph kind of is like, looks like the parties has a consensus. All right, Ralph's got to go take a tinkle, and like he just walks away.
You're not fooling.
Ralph, you're not fooling anybody. We know you pissed your pants already.
He
I
is.
can smell it.
There's no need to hide. No.
All you can roll a nature check to see if you smell.
I think we would smell it.
But Ralph.
Oh, look
is
at that. We
gone.
all got nat 20s.
Yeah.
Ralph is left. Oker kind of like peeks his head out, and he's like, does that mean you're going to sleep here? Cause Ralph
I
can
do
give
believe so.
and he points to these square buildings just north of you guys, and he's like, those bunkers are empty.
With that, Tanis will turn. Come, Cynthia. We need to plan for the morning. And she'll start heading towards those bunkers.
I will follow her behind and be like, yes, I think that we should come up with a plan for this. I will
Planning
be
with everyone
around.
would be a good idea.
I just go up to Aisling.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you free to have to talk about something?
Of course.
Awesome.
What is it?
And he just starts walking over to a place where he can essentially sit down.
The campsite that everyone was sitting at earlier has quieted out. So, for the most part, once they saw that Miss Fireball over here calmed the fuck down to a degree, everybody just dispersed into their duties for what to sleep. So the campfire is free.
All right, we're sitting at the campfire.
All right. Oh, yep.
Before I continue with you two, Dex, are you bunking with Tannis?
Yes, I'm going with Tannis.
Okay. Cynthia can't fit in these things, so she's sleeping outside. But she's guarding like no tomorrow, and so Cypress and Dora are left outside. I'll get to you two in a moment.
Yeah.
Zen and Aisling, what's going on with you two?
After we make our way to the old fire, let me see if I can move these guys. One right here.
What did you say?
Oh no, just essentially he'd make his way over to where the fire was, where some seats were available.
He's guiding you there, honey.
Okay. All right. All right, then she'll sit down, searching his face curiously, wondering what this could possibly be that they're about to talk about.
Okay. And once you get there, and he's still holding on to Ochre,
Oh no, Ochre is with Cypress right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know I'd let him go.
Oh, did you want to keep him with you? Because I can keep him with you.
Yes, no, I needed him to explain his part to Aisling also without.
Sorry, Cypress, you are left with Pyra. Unless Pyra left too, which is also good.
She would have also left.
Cypress is just standing out there. It's like,
Yeah,
guess
no,
it's
fine. I'm
you
right
can-
here, just chilling.
fair. I'll jump onto
Now
you
it's
in
more
just a moment.
jerky. All right.
I mean, if you want to come in on this, or do you want to go off and I don't know, you could accidentally stumble onto something amazing. We don't know.
I mean, are you like kind of giving it an invitation, or like you leaving it open, or are you just like, would this be
No, just
me sneaking after?
I guess no, you because he didn't say it like hushed or anything. You would have heard him ask if they could talk for a second about something.
I think he'd follow out of curiosity then. Kind of seeing what this is.
Open seat by the fire, and just he'd openly start talking about the dream that we all had that apparently was shared.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was bizarre.
Cool. But there's some odder things. Do you remember the and he just once again with the fire as just a bit of visually, I guess, for a better word, starts putting around the people that we found in front of us. My brother, the old lady in front of Dex, the mystery girl in front of Tannis, the red-haired boy in front of you, and
The little blondie. There was a blonde girl in front of Cypress as well.
yeah, essentially, yeah, he put his brother in front of him. There's a fiery version of the redhead kid in front of and Aisling, and then Cypress has the little blonde girl. And he's gonna actually double check. Okay, there's no chance you also had like a blonde-haired friend. That was also with you?
If this is what you say it is, what connection could there be here to that
Well, no.
dream?
Two of them.
Yes,
Just specifically two of them.
two of them.
And he pointed to the one that would have been in front of Tanis, and then the one that's currently in front of Aisling. Both of them apparently are his friends, and they've been here before they were taken.
Ochre nods
Wait.
his head, yes, in agreement. This is all factual
The
information.
red.
That's why
Wait,
she was freaking
Ochre,
out.
the red-haired boy. The lad. What's his name? Know him?
You mean Adler? Yeah. He
Adler.
was he was smaller than Ochre. But he
Okay.
was tough. Yeah.
He certainly seemed to have that look about him. Where did he come from? Do you know?
He shakes his head.
Parents?
E- Eva and Adler are like Ochre, orphans. I don't know how long they were here, but when Ochre got here, they were here already.
Well, this is strange. I can't help but wonder. I do not recognize the boy. Adler. I do not know him. Wait, I should roll a history check. Does the name Adler ring any bells?
That's a good question. Roll in history.
Alright. Do. That's a 17.
Oh, guys! Next week when you get into a fight, y'all are gonna die.
For sure.
And you were worried we'd get to the dungeon.
No, actually, this is good. This is working out because I really was hoping you guys would take a nap. Because if you guys go to the dungeon, I realize you didn't get rest yet after the last fight. Like, y'all gonna not survive the dungeon, even though it's not that difficult. But like, so 17. It's a good roll. The name doesn't ring a bell in regards to you knowing somebody by that name of Adler, but it is a name you've heard once or twice brought up. That if you were a boy, that was what was going to be your name. You were either going to be Aisling for a
So it was
girl
a
or
popular
Adler as a
name.
boy. Give or take, yeah. That's how you want to take it.
Oh. Is he a brother?
A long lost twin brother.
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing.
Twin might be pushing it, considering
Like
Yeah, I
the
don't know,
red
twin.
hair. But yeah. Oh wait, the red hair. Where'd that come from, though? Okay, I'm still gonna stick to the theory. So you can't tell me anything about Adler, where he came from, parents, brothers, sisters, anything at all?
He shakes his head no. Adler doesn't talk.
He doesn't talk. You mean he can't speak or doesn't speak?
He shrugs his shoulders like, I don't know. But Ochre never heard him talk before.
Okay. Well,
Do you guys know? Do you know my friends? The scary snake lady, fire lady, seemed to know Eva, and now you seem to know Adler. Do you guys know my friends?
We met them in a dream.
Oh. we all... Yes. I've never met Adler before. I couldn't tell you who he is. But it seems that fate has tied us together.
Oker looks at you guys like you guys are crazy. You saw them in a dream.
Have you
Yes, we did.
lived in this world for any substantial period of time?
No, because he's a little chitlin.
Yeah, boo boo.
Baby.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like looking over at Zen like, are they telling the truth? Are they like, did you really meet my friends in a dream?
Yeah, but I met my brother, they met your friends, and some other people who I think aren't dead, but some might be because I think Tanis thought that your friend was, or that she just didn't know, or she was just really sad. But now she's just angry.
She always like that.
Yes.
Yes.
Whoa, that's not good
Yes,
for
always.
the heart.
So it's nothing against you personally. No, it isn't. But I think she has a lot of pain.
Should I give her milk? Milk is good for the heart.
You realize he's still a
That's
kid and
kind.
doesn't know about that stuff, right?
I like to think that she would appreciate that, but I don't know if she would. You know what? She might appreciate the earnesty behind such a thought. It's very sweet, Oker.
Actually, there's something she might like more.
Aw.
Tell me, do any of the guards and other guys, people around here, do you ever see them smoking something? Maybe in a pipe?
Oh yeah. I know Captain Teth. He has stuff he likes to smoke. I can go get some.
Alright. Show me where, and I'll see if I can help.
I can get it. I'll go get it. I'll be right back.
Okay. And I cast Pass Without a
Alright.
Trace.
Oh, that makes things so much better. And
Yeah.
disappears into the night while you guys are talking.
Peace out.
So you guys are still having your conversation.
What do you guys think?
We should find these children if at all possible. We need to.
Absolutely. I don't think we should ignore these ties. Us and these children.
Might recommend adding that we should confirm these other children's existence with other adults. His connection to them seems somewhat ethereal, if that makes sense.
The guard who had a fake accent said they
Ethereal.
were real.
Yes, well, more reliable.
Also, the other two, the mimicking the guy with a broken horn and the woman with a bunch of scars, did say children were missing.
Yes, well,
One of them being the daughter, or he called her a pretty prince, or just test.
oh yes, I spoke with
Princess.
her mother, and yes, we should find her. She's hoping that we will find her.
But
as
do you
well.
think she's not real? Do you think they
No,
just...
she's definitely real, but she's also not one of the two that we met in a dream. From what we.
But if we met him in a
Actually-
dream, they can't be real because my brother was real. I don't think I made him up. Oh God, did I make it?
Oh no, he's having an existential crisis.
He's
Our baby's
slowly
sad.
beginning to panic.
Oh no. Calm our baby down, people.
I need to roll to see if I maintain concentration on that spell. That is a natural 20. Yes.
Oh, this kid is sneaky
Got
AF.
on lock. I just think that it might be wise to make sure that we're not getting secondhand accounts of these kids, and perhaps even seeing if
No matter what, we'll
the
get secondhand accounts.
well, yes. Well,
So wait, do you think these
have-
kids aren't real, or do you just don't think they're the kids that we saw in the dreams?
no,
Because
just knowing
we
more
say
about.
one of them. We say the princess is real, but
No,
you
she
think the other
is.
kids are other people?
No, I'm not
You
saying
know
that.
she is.
I just
Why do
wish
you know she is?
I spoke with her mother. I've said this.
And you don't think that she could be making it up like us?
No, she.
It could all just be a dream.
Man, this. I just want to get
Trust
more
reality.
information about these kids because knowing anything more about them than we already do would be significantly more knowledge.
Okay, but that's different than saying you question their entire existence. Than there's knowing more information about them and like no, they may not be real at all. That's two different. That's what's confusing him right now.
Listen, I just want, man,
Just one clarification.
just want some clarification, my man.
Who knows what's real
That's
and who it's
That's
not anymore?
all he
I don't
wants
know
too. Then,
anything.
like
That's
if,
my everyday. You're
if
living my
beginning to
everyday.
question existence,
As
if you're
you
beginning to
should.
question the existence, he's gonna start using that same criteria on everything else because why wouldn't he?
You are
Oh.
living my everyday.
I was like, oh god, what if we're all just in your flashback? This is all just you replaying the memories, and then you wake up.
Horrifying, right?
Well, if these philosophical thoughts are what you gentlemen want to discuss at this late hour, I'll leave you to it if there's
No,
nothing
I
else.
wanted to talk about the kids.
That may or not
No,
be
I just-
real.
All right.
I don't know how reliable he is as a narrator, so getting some backup on what these children's situation is might be helpful. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, we can do that. We can ask because we know there are the kids missing. We just need to figure out how many and what they look like. And if everybody says the same thing, then that's probably what it is. But
Yes.
if everybody says different things, then that could mean that there are a lot more kids missing than we thought. The kids that were missing looked different to different people. Could
Well,
mean
Even if they look the same, knowing who they were, who they are, who they
well, that's
are.
the thing. When they saw, what if when one person saw them, they saw something and they heard a specific name, but the other person, when they saw them and heard the name when they said it, was something different.
I don't think that's the situation, but we can
That's
ask around to
It's
be
a story I
certain.
heard once. It was a kind of shapeshifter, but it was one that did that to like their very existence. It was never the same person to the same people, even if they met them at the same time.
That seems very interesting, concerning,
When you
perhaps.
when you were in his radius, roughly within 50 feet of him, and if you tried to notice him, you'd notice a specific person, and that's who you would associate him with. But if you asked someone else who was looking at the exact same person, they'd give you an entirely different description, and they wouldn't understand why or how. And it wasn't something they were doing on purpose or were being mal- mal- malevolent or evil. They were
malicious.
just different. They were just different to people. They're never the same person to the same two people.
That is interesting, but I don't know if that's going to be. I do not know if that will be the case with these children.
I hope not. That would be really complicated.
Yes, it would be. It would be very, very complicated.
But yeah, I think we rest and wait for the scouts, and then we hopefully go get to help them. And if it turns out that these kids are also someone maybe you know, Aisling, and maybe someone that Tannis knows, maybe they'll be happier. Maybe.
I also have not gotten a physical description of the princess, though. She may correlate with another one of the children that was lost.
Okay, we'll ask that tomorrow before we go and leave.
Right. So
Everybody ask a different person about the same person. That way we can know if they're shapeshifting.
I
Ask
don't
about
think
the
that's
girl.
going to be it.
It's still a
We ask
possibility.
about the princess first, then the redhead, and then the kid, Tannis's kid. And we all ask in that order, and we just write down the description, and then we compare notes.
I don't
Can we
believe
try
that.
this?
If you wish, I suppose.
Okay. Can you ask? Who can you ask? Who's gonna like you and not? Because some people here didn't like us.
I have a sense that the queen probably is not going to be very happy with any of us.
Why?
She seemed to be upset for some reason. She doesn't like Leonin for some reason. I'm not certain.
I mean, we can talk to her if we're gonna go get the daughter back, just to make sure it's not something in her head. I'll ask her about it tomorrow. I'll make sure it's not in her imagination.
Yeah, maybe we should save this for tomorrow. It is getting late.
Ooh, ooh. You hear the
I'm
owls.
just gonna wait for
I'll
Ochre.
use some rest.
I'm waiting for Ochre to get us that pipe weed.
Ochre actually snuck around and left a plate of meat in front of Cynthia while Cynthia's sleeping. He also left like a little cup of warm milk out in front of the tent that Dax and Tannis are at. And he's like running back. You see him.
No.
And like he sneaks up. He's like, back. I can't. I couldn't get this stuff. He's in his room. I'm sorry.
Okay, can you just show me to his room so I can talk to him?
Oh no! You can't bother him when he's
Be
asleep.
extremely stupid, but maybe I could sneak in. Just hit him over the head and.
Why?
Oh no! Captain Teth is very scary when he's sleepy.
Well, take me to him anyway. Let's see if I can talk him down. And I'm just gonna go, hopefully get him to show me where and wake this person up. I mean, if he's gonna hate us all, let's give him a reason to hate us all.
I mean, that is a fair way of looking at things, it seems to me.
We're gonna catch up with you guys and this really bad idea shortly. Dex and Tannis, did you guys want to do anything before you guys go to bed?
Cry.
That's fair.
Yeah, that tracks.
No, I don't think so.
You're okay staying in a room where this poor woman is just crying.
I'm not gonna stay inside the same room. I'm just gonna be like, okay.
I know it's bedtime.
I guess I'll go then. Good night. I'll be close by for in the morning. And
When you go out, you see that there is a small plate of meat in front of Cynthia and a small glass of warm milk in front of the tent. You don't have to pay attention to it if you don't want to, but it's there.
Yeah. No, I go to like a nearby wherever, like a room or something, and try to go to bed.
Okay. We'll call it a night here, guys.
That's fair.
Okay.
You guys are going to do something that I'm gonna have to do some prep for, in case.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, this was good. This is actually just how I wanted this to work out.
Yeah.
Nobody
You got the
died.
dungeon prepared. Nobody
All
died.
right.
It's great. I
There's
mean,
not-
they can get
I'm
level
gonna
2.
try and talk to this I'm going to try and talk to this individual, get some pipe weed out of this, and assure them that, well, we're going to help in this thing that they're waiting on mercenaries for.
Yeah.
This won't go. Probably this will be fine.
Yeah,
Pretty
maybe that's what he'll probably misunderstand and be like, this is all you want for doing the job? Oh, sure. Just better than giving you gold, I guess.
And he'll accept that wholeheartedly and just smoke half of it himself.
That
Oh,
tracks.
I can see it. All right,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight on another Deck of Many Tales adventure in Theros with the campaign Who Among You Shall Fall, hosted by the Deck of Many Tales, played by our
us.
characters.
Yeah.
It could get stuck in the outro.
Woohoo!
Peace.
Good? Alright.
Yeah.
Peace.